Okay, welcome to our Monday night team call. I'm so excited. We have so many people on here and we have more jumping on. I'm letting them in. And I went live today on our team page to kind of give you guys some Monday mojo and to basically like get all your teams to get on the Monday night call. It's so important. I see coaches so often who want to build this business, but they don't get on the team calls. And it's such a missing piece because if we're a team, right, then we have to show up as a team. And there's times when you can't be on the call. Let's be real. It's fine. Stuff happens. But for the most part, like we can make it in our schedule that Monday nights at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Like we're always going to have a team call of some sort. And I think it's important to stay in that routine. And we choose Monday nights because it sets the pace for the week, and all of that. So I'm so proud of you for getting on this call and making it a priority because this, of course, not just getting on the team calls is going to grow your business, but getting on the team calls is going to give you the tools that you need to succeed. It's going to give you a look at our team. It's going to keep you focused within the team. And like I said, it's going to give you some inspiration to build your business and make you motivated, I hope, to do the things that I'm going to share tonight and that we always share on these calls. So as always, I want you guys to write down your commitment level. What commitment level are you at right now in your fitness and in your business? And if you're a new coach, I'm just going to talk to you as if you're not a new coach because all of this stuff is very simple. Your coach is going to be working with you. Don't feel like any of this is like, whoa, what the hell is she talking about? Because we're going to help you and guide you with some of the things that might seem kind of like far out there. Because your commitment level is huge. Like we talk about it all the time, but you can want everything with this business. You can look at someone else and say, why does she have success? Why haven't I had success? Or blah, 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 right? But does your effort match your expectation? Because it's like your nutrition. How long can you sit around and say, my nutrition's bad. I got to get my nutrition in check. I really need to do this. I've got to get serious, right? But if nothing changes, nothing changes. Okay. So where's your commitment level? Because it's important that you like look at that and you reflect on, okay, is my business growing? Because if your commitment level is a 10, you better believe that you're going to put in the effort. I have no doubt if your commitment level is a 10, you're going to put in the freaking effort because you ain't scared. You're not scared to like grow this business, right? You're not scared to show up for your own workouts because your commitment level is amazing. So, and it's fine if your commitment level's low right now. It's a matter of a snap for you to be like, I'm in. Like my commitment level's been crappy. My effort's not been matching my expectation. So I'm going to level up and I'm going to show up for myself and for my business and for my goals, right? And that's when you're going to see things change. Okay, so your job, we talked about being on the calls. Your job as a leader is to be on the calls. I cannot stress enough that the resources to build this business, you guys, are at your fingertips. We host so many things as a team, but not only that, we have an upline who hosts so many things as a team. And if you're a new coach, and I know a lot of you have just literally jumped in, so I want you to make sure that your coach has given you and I just sent this to a couple girls today that have been signed up for a few days. So it's totally fine. We try to get everybody involved in our team, but then we have an upline who runs really amazing things to help you. And there's a text messaging system that you need to be involved with so that you get some notifications about what our upline has to offer. Okay, so my point is that we have so many things. So never feel like you don't have the resources or you don't have the tools to succeed because it's there. So get your team on these calls, get your team involved, help them to invite to our 3-day refresh group, help them to invite to Peppermint Mocha, right? Peppermint Mocha is coming out in 5 days, you guys. So we should be talking about it on our stories. You have a lot of people probably who think Peppermint Mocha is like amazing. It's like pumpkin spice. You either love it or you don't. And a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't. But I think we can reach a lot of people with that. And there's some tools being offered for those things right now with a sneak peek that's actually tomorrow night. They're hosting a sneak peek for any coach who wants to learn about pumpkin spice. Or I'm sorry, any customer, like anybody who would want to learn about it. Okay, so we are literally about to break 200 people in our team page. Do you know how huge that is? That's amazing. So I'm so proud of each and every one of you who are going Emerald, and you're going Emerald again, and you're like doing the things and you're getting people involved. It's amazing. So what the growth that we're experiencing as a team right now is freaking huge. Like, we are blowing up, you guys, and I'm so freaking proud of you, and I'm so excited. And fire creates fire. So there's about to be a whole bunch more fire, right? Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is staying in phase one of your business. It's so important that we stay in phase one. Phase one is, and I don't care where you are in your business right now. I don't care if you've been in 6 years like me or you're brand new. Phase one is literally the commitment to your health, your goals, you showing up, you sharing, you inviting, and you inviting and sharing and inviting. Okay. Like, literally, that's phase one, you guys. You never move away from it. I don't care that I'm doing the same exact things that y'all new coaches are doing 6 years in. Same exact thing. Rinse or lather, rinse, and repeat. Okay. So we're going to kind of go through some of these things because we all, like, we've made a huge deal about going Emerald again. And it's huge. I can't stress it enough. Or going Emerald for the first time, right? Because we know if we duplicate Emerald, that's 2 coaches underneath you. If you get to Emerald and then you get to Emerald again, and then you get to Emerald again, what's going to happen? You're going to be building your team, right? But what's going to happen if one of those coaches quit? You're maybe going to get discouraged, right? It's going to be upsetting because you felt like you did the things to help that coach, and you take full on responsibility for that person quitting, right? And you get in your own way, and then you start to spiral. And I want to talk about 2 different ways that you can spiral. And you know, want to know how many times I've spiraled in my business? I can't even count them. Okay. Can't even freaking count them, because entrepreneurship is a roller coaster of emotions. Like, there's a book called The Entrepreneurship Roller Coaster. I think Darren Hardy wrote that one. But it's awesome if you guys need a recommendation for a book. But like, it's literally, you can feel in the same exact day, you can feel on top of your game and excited. And then you can literally like spiral, right? In the same exact day. Anybody been there? Because we let our emotions get in our way. We let our emotions control whether or not we show up. And if you show up based on your emotions, if I would show up based on my emotions, a lot of times I wouldn't show up. But I know that my vision is greater, and my vision for this business and my why is way freaking greater than me not wanting to show up for myself. Right? And so often we spiral. And so here's a couple examples of the way that we spiral. So we start, a lot of coaches start this business. They're all in, they're excited, right? But then something happens. They get a no, they get discouraged, right? And then and something happens that they didn't plan on, and then they quit and they stop. And then the other spiral is where you start and you're excited and you're pumped, you get a win, you're like, yes, I'm crushing this, right? And then something comes in your way. Something happens, and then you get discouraged and you stop, or you slow way down, and then you waste a bunch of time because you feel like it's your fault, or that you did something wrong, or that you're not meant for this, or it's too hard, or whatever the case is, whatever you're telling yourself up here, because whatever you're telling yourself up here is true, right? Instead of just pushing through that and continuing whether or not anything else. Like, you know how many times I've dropped rank? I've built diamonds, they've dropped. I've set up goals and it didn't happen, right? And if I would have given up, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be here today had I given up on my vision. And it can be hard and it can be tough at times, but the number one thing, I share this all the time because it's so important. If you are so determined AF to be successful, to be your best you, to show up, to not cancel on yourself, to do what you said you were going to do, to keep the excitement for what you know and why you want this, right? Because excitement fuels you. Excitement's going to lead us to anything and everything that we want. It's when we lose the excitement and let those other things interfere. So let me see here. I got sidetracked on my notes. But I really do see, I'm like, I want to shout out a few of you, and I'm not going to personally shout you out, but there's so many of you who are busting through some major walls of your comfort zone. And do you know that that's the most powerful thing you can do in your business? And I had a coach one time, Haley, she's not on here right now. She's still a coach and I love her dearly. She said on a new coach call once to the new coaches that were on that call, she said, the best thing that you can do is to start to bust out of your comfort zone as soon as you can. Like, don't wait. Don't wait to start doing the post. Don't wait to start sharing. Don't wait until you have a transformation. Don't wait until you feel like you're a certain point in your fitness, business, whatever, before you start to share. Because I don't care how much you know, how much experience you have a heart and you can serve people, right? And you can help them. And that's literally all people need. That's all I do every single day. And I constantly get from one of my discount coaches the other day, I got the most amazing compliment. I think one of the most amazing compliments I've ever gotten. And it was just basically about me sharing and being vulnerable and sharing my story and always offering value and that sort of thing. Because people are affected by you, but you don't realize it. But if you don't show up, they're not going to be affected by you because you can't help people, right? If you're not using your voice and you're not using your story. And we're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later. So I'm losing my place here. But literally like I've made so many mistakes in my business. I not that long ago made a like $300 mistake in my paycheck because I didn't pay attention to my downline. And that kind of hurt pretty bad when I literally could have made that right had I paid attention and checked in my Coach Online office, but I had just checked it and there was a big return that had went through and it cost me like $300. Okay. And I like think I had some tears that morning, not about the money necessarily, just about the fact that I had not freaking been focused and done what I needed to do. Right. And so I want you to look at where you are. I always say this, but I want you to look at where you are in your business. And if you're not getting the results that you want, you know what you need to do. Right. And again, I see so many coaches who are like, I'm going in and I'm going to do this. Right. And it's like, okay, like, and I'm with you. I see when I look at every single person on here, when I sign somebody up, so often, most of the time, I see the most amazing potential. And your coach does too. Your coach sees it because they see it in you because they want it for you. Because if you lead with a servant heart, like I said, because if you're like, there's a book called The Go-Giver. If you guys are looking for a book like about being a servant, The Go-Giver. Because I used to think, and this was my mindset at the beginning, I thought I could outwork anything. I was like, not necessarily what's in it for me, but like if you're focused if you're looking at your rank as like, what's in it for me, you're not going to build a successful business because this is a people serving business that literally will explode. Your business will explode if you continue to reach out to people, be that person, and literally never give up on people. Okay. So if you're looking for a book like that, The Go-Giver is amazing. And I think you guys will find a lot of inspiration with that because it's so important that we focus on serving others and really pouring into others, right? That's what this business is about. That's why we pour into ourselves first. Okay. So we're going to go through the phase 1 things that I want to, my freaking notes, you guys, this is bad. Okay. So first of all, there's 67 days left in the year. All right. It's time to get serious, right? I've said this, I think already on this call, but it's a matter of a flip of a switch for you to change your mindset, to dig in and to go for this, to go for whatever it is that you're looking for in this business. It doesn't matter what you did, what you didn't do, doesn't matter. Clean slate, you're starting now and you're digging in. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is your tracker. So you gotta be tracking something. You need to go to the team page and you need to go to the files section. If you haven't done this, in the files section, it's the second document that I uploaded. It's going to look like it's the second to last document, but it's just been in there a while. So it says TBB, Team Beachbody, TBB Success Club Tracker, something like that, Business Activity Tracker. They've changed the name. So I want you to print that off if you haven't. And it's literally your lifeline, you guys. It's literally your accountability that's going to help you to see, am I doing the things that's going to help my business to grow? There's a million trackers. You don't have to use that tracker and you can still be successful. I'm not super avid on using it, I'll be honest. But I've had a successful business, and it's because I've showed up every single day for the most part. So it doesn't matter what you're using, but a lot of people like to check things off their list. They like to look at something and be like, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, what do I need to do? And that tracker is going to do it for you. So print that off, and you can reflect like in a week, let's say, even after you complete that tracker, you can look at your business and you can say, okay, like, am I having good conversations? Have I had anybody say yes? Or at the end of the month, whatever you choose. But like it's good to reflect because you can see where you've had a gap. Like, what am I not doing in my business? Why am I not getting yeses? Because I'm just going to tell you right now, if you're doing the work every single day, you're showing up on social, which we're going to talk about, you're sending invites, you're doing follow-ups, and you're doing your stuff with your personal development, there's no reason why you should be getting no results. I would be very surprised. And yes, we go through spells where we're like, I feel like, people have been like, ghosting me, or I can't get anyone to jump or whatever, right? We all have spells like that. And that's just part of it. That's just like, you got to get thick-skinned about the fact that it's not going to happen when you want it. And the timing, you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. You're not supposed to be farther than you are. You're not supposed to be anywhere else. You're supposed to be right here, right now. And it's going to happen as long as you're patient and you show up and you keep doing the things. So the tracker, I highly recommend that you get to using it. And again, if you just want to use a piece of paper and write people's names down and the date that you talk to them and then who you need to follow up with, like you can use a calendar. If someone says, yeah, follow up with me in a month, then you can write their name down a month later, right? You can literally do this any freaking way you want to. It's just a matter of not letting people slip through the cracks, because I do sometimes if I don't track well. Okay, so there's that. I hope that you're committing to your tracker of some sort. If you don't love that tracker, then reach out to your coach, because there's a million different ways to do this that they can help you with. Okay, so now we're going to talk about showing up on social media. And all of these things are in phase one. That's why I'm talking to you about these things. Showing up on social. You guys, when I first started this business, there wasn't stories. Stories weren't a thing. Didn't have them. Didn't have Snapchat either, which I was never a big Snapchat person, but we didn't have it. So I had to post. The recommendation was to post 3 to 5 times a day. That seemed like a lot. It really did. To find 3 different topics to post about. And we would do it. I would try to commit to that, right? But you don't really need to do that now. I think that if you're posting once a day, if you want to build this business, I would recommend posting once a day. Now Sundays, I've been trying to take off, so I don't post on Sundays. And sometimes if I feel I have 2 posts, I'll do 2 posts. But don't overthink it. Show up with a post each day. I'm going to help you with crafting a post, and then show up on stories. And I think I know stories are so powerful. People are watching them. People literally sit around and watch stories all day long. So here's a list of, so I want to ask you, do your stories show who you are? Do they show your excitement? And where you're going? Do they show where you're going? Like, do they show like your energy about your vision, right? Like, people know when they watch my stories, okay, they know what I do because I talk about it. They see my workouts. They see me talking about coaching. They know that I work this as a business. They know that I've left my full-time job. They know that I used to be a dental hygienist. They know that, like, whatever. They know all the things, like that I wear nightgowns. They know they know I drink wine. I mean, it's like me. It doesn't get more personal than my stories, right? And so, and also, are you asking them to join you? Are you giving them open-ended like invitations? So the biggest thing you can do on stories is get into a routine. So share your routine with your stories. So like you can write these things down because this is going to give you ideas of things to share on stories, because I know that sometimes it feels like, well, what the hell am I going to share? Like I feel like I just don't have anything to give today. Do you ever feel that way? And sometimes that's just you being in your own way and in a funk. And in order, and I'm with you, I get that way. And in order to move past that funk, I have to just do it. I have to just take a step and move forward and post something and share something, right? So here's an example of things you can be sharing on your stories. Recipes. People love food. People want to know what you're freaking eating. I'm serious. I probably get more questions about my food than anything else. And okay, then you can talk about your Energize, your Shakeology. Like what products are you using every day? If people don't see you using them, and I'm not saying you need to have your Shakeology bottle up. I'm not saying that you need to say Energize, like whatever. We don't want to get super salesy, but it is what it is, right? And make it fun and show them what you're doing. And why do you use it? What's different about it? What's different about Shakeology? Why are you using it? Why not just buy the Walmart shake? What's the difference? Right? So there's a huge difference, and we know that. And so you can I'm not saying share about that, the difference every single day. I'm just saying think of why. Think sometimes I do a showcase of Energize just to tell them it's different than other pre-workouts. Sometimes I do a showcase of Shakeology just to tell them. Like today I did a video of me making my shake, which I don't do every day, but then I wanted to share about peppermint mocha, so I did a story on just peppermint mocha, like on my with the shake boomerang. Workout clips. You should be doing 3 to 5 workout clips every day. Now, I'm not saying I'm not saying you have to do these things to be successful. I'm just giving you ideas of what to share on stories and things that I think are powerful, because routine is powerful. Like routine is what gets me through so many days because I don't have the motivation. Well, too bad. If I show up based on my emotions, I'm not going to show up. So I'm going to freaking show up because I said I was going to do it, and because people are watching me, and because I know that I'm better for it, right? So if you're showing clips of your workouts, I think that's important, just because then people can see like tidbits of what the workout program's like. You can speed it up, you can have fun with it, and don't over critique yourself. Who cares? You're you. Like if anything, it shows people that you're vulnerable and that they can do it too. Maybe they have limitations, and maybe they haven't been joining you because they have a bad knee, or they feel like they're so overweight that they couldn't do it, or whatever the case is. Like show them that that's not true by you just like showing up with your workouts. And just like your fun side, show your fun side. Like I try to show that all the time, because like I just want to just be silly and have fun and like lighten up, like get people to lighten up, and dance and do whatever the hell I want to do and sing. And I don't care because it's fun. And it's like, if you follow me, then you must like me, I guess. Right. And if you don't, I have no control over that. Okay. What people think about me should have no effect on me. And I hope that you feel that way about yourself. I hope that you love yourself enough that you're like, I don't care what they think about me, because I know that I have a good heart. I know what I think about me, right? And I hope that you can feel that. And when you can move through that, it's the most freaking powerful thing on the planet. I swear. Your business will blow up, your mindset, your like nobody can get you down. I'm just saying, because you're just like, you know what? Like this is, it's a good place to be. So I hope that you're working towards that too. And I think in showing up with stories and being vulnerable and posting, you're going to start to feel that way, because you know why? People are going to start to be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing that, because that really inspired me. Or because of you, I showed up, or I work out, or I push play, or I whatever. Okay. So again, you don't have any idea who you're impacting, and stories are huge. You're showcasing your family if you want. Like I share my family stuff. I probably share honestly business, fitness, and just stuff more than I share my family. There's no reason for that. I don't know. But I do share family stuff, and then I share about my business because it's huge. If I want to attract people who want to build this business, if I want to attract people who want to leave their full-time job, if I want to attract people who are tired of the 8 to 5 and want to be their best self, and want to like start a business that like I think is the most amazing thing on the planet, then I got to share about it, right? And I got to talk about it, like not just once a week, but probably like every day, if not every other day, right? And then interests, share things that interest you, shopping, clothes, stuff you get in the mail, Amazon finds, Target finds. People love that stuff, decor stuff, like fall stuff. Now we're getting into Christmas stuff here soon, unbelievably. And share about that. Like people love decor stuff and just anything like that. Makeup, like whatever makes you, share about it. Um, and put up polls, tag your teammates, you guys. Like the most fun is like sharing each other's energized dance videos. Like I just think that it's the most fun thing. Like I don't even care. I care about your workout videos. And Rachel, I want you to wear that hat tomorrow in your video. I care about workout clips. I do, but I really freaking love people like Danielle today. She put on this wig and these glasses and she was just like, I don't know what she was doing, but she was getting it. And I loved it. And I'm like, this is hilarious. This is great. Like, so anyways, so tag your teammates, like have fun with this and show the team, like we're the team. So like show that like we all have fun together and we do this together and you're never alone, that shows the community. Reels, I learned something the other day and I didn't know this, and maybe I'm dumb for not knowing this, but if Instagram like kind of rewards you. Someone told me this. I don't know. Instagram, like, I don't know how they reward you exactly. I guess they maybe expose you more. But if you're using Reels, if you're tagging people in your stories, if you're hashtagging, if you're putting up polls, if you're putting up questions, if you're using the things that Instagram has to offer for some reason, and I don't exactly know how, but you're supposed to kind of be maybe more shown with your feed, with your stuff. I don't know. Just saying. So, regardless of that, I'm just having fun with Reels. I'm not worrying about how often I do them. I am going to do an IGTV this week. I haven't decided on what, but I'm going to do that because, again, that's something that Instagram offers. And it's something that you should get out of your own way, even if it's a 2 to 3 minute video on why you're a coach, or maybe why at-home workouts have worked for you. Because you know how many people think at-home workouts are like stupid and you should go to the gym instead? Yeah. So, and that's okay. Like that's their mindset, right? And I kind of used to think that back in the day, like I would think you would just go to the gym to work out. I wouldn't think you would do an at-home workout. But so share, it's the littlest things. Like we make it so difficult, but people just need like, if you want to go live on a recipe, do it. Like people love that kind of stuff. So don't make it difficult. Okay. So there's stories. If anyone has any questions on stories, just type them in the chat. Yeah, when I pointed out my black beans in my teeth the other day too, I was like, Jackson was like, Mom, you have black stuff in your teeth. I'm like, those are black beans. So I went on my stories about it because it's like, well, someone should surely laugh at this. Okay, so now we're going to talk about posts. It's so good to be consistent with posts. It goes along with all the phase 1 stuff. It goes along with all the consistency stuff. If you're inviting people, but you're not showing up on posts, people don't know what you're doing. You're inviting people with a personal message and you're doing half the work, right? But people don't know because a lot of people who you're inviting are going to watch you and they have been watching you, but they got to see your consistency. They got to see that you're for real, that you're not going anywhere, that you're going to do this hell or high water. Like you're not stopping this, right? They got to see that sometimes before they're like, all right, I want to know what's going on with her. Like, what are you doing? Right? But that takes time, and that timing's everything. And it could take someone 365 days or more before they join you. And you can't control that. Remember, you can't control that. That's not up to you. That's not up to you. It's up to you how much you share. It's up to you how many people you invite. It's up to you what you put out there on social media and the vibes, but none of the other stuff is up to you. So, posting, we're going to make it so simple with it. You can literally post about, I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. I always tell if you're looking for a post that you're feeling stuck and you want something to post, I like to sometimes talk about the girl 6 months ago or a year ago. How's she different? How's she different? What's different about her now? Why she made this commitment? Like, you could go any way with your post. I always tell my coaches, think of a thought, like one thought. Like, maybe you want to talk about, maybe you want to address objections that you get when you're sending invites, right? We know the objections, right? I don't have enough time. I'm busy, can't fit another thing on my plate. I want to be all in. Like, if I'm going to do something, I want to give 100%. So I can't do that if, right? So there's an objection, because it's like, no, you're not. Are you 100% as a mom? Are you 100% as a wife all the time? No. Like, you do your best, right? But we're only one person. We can only do so much, but I'm sure you can make 20 minutes for your workout, right? So maybe it's like some truth bombs that you want to drop on your post. Like, maybe you're like, all right, I'm like tired of listening to these objections, so I'm just going to go ahead and address them. Sometimes I use that in my post. Sometimes I share about self-love. I share about anxiety a lot, because that's like something that I always want to share about to help people. So whatever it is, like, don't make it difficult. It could literally be about your recommitment. It could be about how your nutrition has been SHIT. I mean, anything, right? You're sharing struggles, you're being vulnerable, you're opening up, you're sharing your heart. You can never go wrong when you share your heart about something, ever. And then hopefully at the end, you're turning it into like an upswing, right? You're adding value, you're giving them tips, and you're addressing like how they could maybe change. Okay. And I'm going to go more into that here in a minute. And you really got to get good at this, you guys. And speaking of like, anything in this business that might feel hard, you can get good at anything you want to get good at. Like, if I shared with Jessica Survey, I sent her a picture of a post she did like 4 years ago. And it was just funny, because it wasn't a post that she would ever post today, ever. Like, there's nothing wrong with the post. It was just like not what she would post today, because she's grown since then, because she's got really good at telling her story, because she's got really good at sharing her heart, right? And putting herself out there. And so it's amazing to see the growth, and it's amazing that you can get good at something and feel confident with it. It's only because you showed up and did it over and over again. That's the only reason. Like, you can get good at anything if you want to. So not that posting's hard, and not that it's like you got to get good at it, but I'm just saying, like, what I found that works, I'm going to share with you. And I got good at just being me again, and not caring, and almost using that as my therapy. I always say, I feel like if I'm having trouble with something, I share it, because that's the only way I know what to do. The only way that I can get through it is if I talk about it, is if I share it and turn my mess into a message, right? So okay, so first of all, you're going to start with a bold statement. This is my recommendation. You can do whatever you want. This is what I feel like works, because you got to keep people reading. Okay. It's like when you go to do an IGTV or a video. If you want people to watch your video, you got to go in with some big guns. Okay. Like, you got to keep their attention. You can't just be like, meh, like, no, people ain't got time. They really, they do, but they don't. It's like we're in this instant gratification world, So start with a statement, something bold. When I start a post, I always start with something like today. My post was, I think it was, I love me, period. My anxiety, depression, medication, and all. Okay. Now, do you think people are going to keep reading that? Yeah. If that sticks out to them. Now, if they don't give two shits about anxiety and depression, then no, they're not going to read it. And that's okay. I'm not speaking to those people. I'm only speaking to the people that relate with what's in here. Okay. Because I'm not trying to like, we always think we gotta relate to everybody. No, you don't. Like, you're looking to relate with the people that are like you. So start with something kind of bold. That's just my opinion. Now, sometimes I just do a post where I just throw it up. I don't overthink it. I just have fun with it. It's not meant to be a heartfelt post, right? Fine. Do that sometimes too. Consistency is the most important thing. As long as you're posting every day and you're posting a wide variety of you as a coach, as a mom, as a wife, as a fitness figure, someone who's, fitness inspiration, whatever, who you are the things that you should be posting and sharing about over and over and over again. You're telling your story over and over and over again. The stuff I'm posting today is similar stuff that I posted 6 months ago, probably. It's just different because it's different on my heart today than it was 6 months ago, right? Because I've grown and I've changed the way maybe I view certain things, because this is all perspective. Like me as a coach, that's what I think about myself as a coach is perspective. What you think about yourself as a coach is perspective, and you can change your perspective at any time if you just do it. If you change the way you're looking at your business, right? And yourself, self-love, all of those things. Okay, so start with something that you think people are going to be drawn to. So maybe if you're talking about the girl 6 months ago, say something like, I've never been this committed to myself in my life. Okay, people are probably going to read that because they're going to be like, why? I wonder what she's committed to. Why is she more committed now than she's ever been, right? So think about that when you go to post. And then you're going to go into your next paragraph, and this is going to be a little bit about your story. So what? Tell about it. Tell something about it. Maybe you're saying like, 6 months ago, I felt stuck. 6 months ago, I was lost, whatever. And then you're going to tell a little bit about your story. Then you're going to go into the next paragraph, and you're going to get good at this again. So just bear with me. This doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be laid out just like this. And then you're going to go into something else about your story. Maybe it's a struggle. Maybe it's something that you had an aha moment and you broke through something. Mindset, something. Okay, so you're going to talk a little bit more maybe about yourself, and then at the end you're going to kind of turn this struggle into like you're going to add value. Or maybe at the end you're going to like relate with them. Like if you can relate to this post, or if you felt these ways, like the way that I was sharing about, I feel you, whatever, right? You're going to tie up the end, and then maybe you're going to do a call to action. Maybe you're going to invite people. If this is a fitness post and you've talked about what's changed with your fitness and your commitment level, maybe to yourself or whatever the case is, then at the end, you're going to maybe say something about like my November, I'm holding an online November accountability group. And we're just, getting started with this group. It's 30-minute workouts, whatever you want to say, because you're inviting to the program that you're doing most likely. That's my recommendation for you. And then you're going to maybe say something like, I would love to have you, message me. I would love to have you with us. Something like that. And again, your coach will help you with these posts if you feel stuck. I always tell my coaches to like, send me a screenshot. I'll help you. Like if you're feeling stuck, I'll try to maybe give you some ideas on where you could take this post. Usually once I just start writing and I go with it. Because like I said, your heart it's never wrong. Just share what's on your heart, and someone's going to relate with it. If it makes one person's, like if it gives them inspiration, only one person that day, it's a win. Okay, so there's that as far as posting goes. Use a picture of you. Personally, I think use a picture of you. Use a picture of something that is you, with your family, with you. Not, this is just my opinion, but if you just type this long thing about your journey and there's no picture with it, people don't stop. Typically, and the reason I say that is because I've done all this and I've posted stuff and it doesn't get anything. And it's not about the likes and comments. I don't care. I don't even gauge my success by that anymore. I used to think, oh my gosh, only 10 people liked my photo, or only 5 people are liking my photo. Maybe it wasn't that good. Maybe I said something. Maybe it was too pushy. Maybe it was, and now I'm just like, don't care. That doesn't define my success. How many people liked my stuff has nothing to do with my success. The amount of followers I have has nothing to do with my success. And so don't gauge your success on that. But I'm just saying that I've done all the things, and a post, even just a quote, personally, if I find a quote that I just love and it stands out to me, I'll share it. But if you're sharing something from your heart, it should be a picture of you, because people like you and they're reading about you. So it will resonate if they see a picture of you. All right. So now we're going to go into invites, because this is like the secret sauce of the business. You have to be sending invites. You have to be talking. We talk about this until we're blue in the face. But it's what's going to grow your business. And if you look at your business, and some of you can look at your business and you can say, maybe, I'm not getting anybody to join me. And you know whether or not you've been putting in the work or not, right? You know that, like, you can be honest in saying that. But typically when I see that people aren't getting the success that they want, it's because of the effort that they're not putting into their business. So again, allow yourself to get good at invites. They're not hard. they're rather simple. It's more just being bold, reaching out, and being consistent and not getting caught up in the ghosting. Um, so, yep, you're going to get ghosted. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to get ghosted. You're going to get people that are interested. You give them more information, you get ghosted. And then you're going to get people who are interested and they're ready to jump. And they're like, yeah, this sounds amazing. I need this in my life. And then guess what? They ghost you. You even send them a damn share a cart and they ghost you. All right? It's fine. It's not a big deal. It does not matter. It's not you. It's just they're not ready or whatever the case is, right? Again, that should have no effect on you and the momentum that you're carrying through to work your business, to share, to pour into somebody else. You're literally going, when invites are, this is how invites should work. You send them. The people that want information get the information. The people who ghost you, fine, you're still flipping cups. Okay, so we're imagining a stadium full of cups, solo cups, red solo cups. Okay, the whole stadium's covered in them, and you're flipping them over to see who's gonna be next, who's gonna join you. Someone's waiting for you to flip their cup, but you haven't flipped their cup yet, right? And so it's literally a numbers game. Like I always say this, I could send 50 invites as soon as this call's over. And maybe 10 people are going to ask for information, maybe 15. I don't know. You never can tell. Regardless, and then 5 of those are really going to be serious, right? And then maybe 1 or 2 of those people are going to jump. Maybe 1, maybe none. I don't know. There's no way to tell, right? Some of it is just luck of the draw on who you get. So you're going to keep flipping and you're going to keep following up, because the fortune is in the follow-up. So if you give someone information, that's a win. If someone asks for more information, that's a freaking win. And then they ghost you, who cares? Count it as a win and stop beating yourself up about it, because guess what? You're still going to show up because you ain't going nowhere. Like, you're going to be here in a year. And don't just say you're going to be here in a year, because like we always say, entrepreneurs say, be here in a year. But like, you can be here in a year but not do any work, but that wouldn't be like what we're doing, right? That wouldn't be beneficial. But be here in a year and be consistent with the work that you do and see where your business is in a year. So they're going to still see you showing up, and you're going to follow up with them again, because now you started another program. Now a month has passed, or maybe 2 months have passed, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. Go back to my tracker. I'm going to reach out to her because it's been a couple months, and I'm just going to say, hey, how are you? I just wanted to reach back out. I wanted to see if you wanted to do this brand new running program with me. Question mark. Simple, direct. We don't need to sugarcoat it. She already asked for information. We're just doing our job and following up with her, right? And maybe this is better timing. And sometimes I'll say that, is now a better time? Question mark. Always end in a question. Throws the ball back in their court. They're more likely to be like, you know what? Yeah. And maybe you posted a really badass post that day, or maybe they watched your stories the day before, and maybe you were on fire, and maybe you weren't, whatever, it doesn't matter, but you still showed up, and maybe you inspired them. And now they're like, yep, this is a sign. She messaged me and I'm ready. Okay. So, honestly, the number of people you're inviting will determine the number of yeses you are getting. Like, it seriously is a numbers game. You can't invite, I'm just being real with you. You can't invite one person every day for the next 67 days and expect to get a ton of results. I'm not trying to be negative. That's consistent. If you want to look at consistency, that's being consistent. But if you want to look at results, it's probably not going to give you the best results, right? So maybe more like 5 invites a day, setting the bar a little higher for yourself. And if you're copy and pasting the invites, you guys, which I don't like to sound scripty. I don't copy and paste things, but I do copy and paste an invite. If I'm inviting off of my stories, it's just plain and simple. I'm just inviting them to work out with me. I'm not going to make this difficult, right? So, and then use third-party tools. So if they're like, yeah, so if I'm like, hey girl, how are you? I just wanted to reach out, and it's totally fine if you tell me no, but would you have any interest in doing this brand new running program I just started? Like, everything's done at home. It's strength training plus cardio, running, plus the running, and you'll end up being equipped to run a 5K. Would you want more information? Question mark. Simple. If she says yes, then I'm like, awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm going to send you the video of 30-Day Breakaway. This is the program I'm doing. It's okay if you don't like it, because I've got over 70 programs that I can share with you. So I know I can find something that works for you, whether you like this or that or this or that, right? So then I'm using the video from YouTube and I'm typing in you always want to use the promo for whatever workout program you're doing. You don't want to pull a video from another coach. You got to be careful. It's not a big deal, but you just don't necessarily want to pull a video from another coach. You want to type in like muscle burns fat promo video, or 30-Day Breakaway promo, or Transform 20 promo video, right? And you're going to get the one that says Team Beachbody. You want to share that. So you're going to send that video to them and you're going to say, hey, let me know after you watch this. Let me know what you think. Maybe about 20% are going to get back with you without you having to follow up with them, because that's just the name of the game. Okay. So next day, maybe that night even, you're like, hey, did you have because it's a 2-minute video. I know it didn't take you that long to watch it. Really, it doesn't take that long. So it's like, hey, did you get a chance to check out the video? And then they might ghost you again. Again, it's fine. But part of it is just you following up with them, and then give them a break. Okay, give them a few days, and then maybe just be like, hey, I just wanted to reach out again. I wasn't sure if you were still interested. You know, today's Monday. It's a fresh start. We have a bunch of people jumping in. You know, our boot camp group would love to have you. Are you still interested? Question mark. Okay. Something like that. Don't be afraid to, like I always say, they ask for the information. Don't be afraid to do your job and follow up with them. Right. Because maybe they opened it when they were busy. Maybe they opened it and like their kids were screaming at them, or maybe their kids opened it and they didn't even freaking see the invite, you know? So don't overthink it. There are so many things that you can be inviting to, you guys. You should be inviting to the program that you're doing. You should be inviting to your brand new November boot camp that's coming up. You don't have to call it a boot camp. If you feel like that's an intimidating name, I don't. Like, I feel like I want to kick in the ass. So I'm okay with inviting to a boot camp, but some people might look at that like, boot camp, like, ugh, you know, I don't overthink it. I'm just like, you see what I do, you know, you see my workouts, like whatever. You can call it your accountability group. You can call it your wellness group. You can call it your November, whatever. We don't even know the name of our group yet, because we're getting things squared away with the stuff that we use for our groups, which is a whole nother story, but we'll get that squared away. So I don't even know what the name of the group is right now, but I will know in the next, maybe Jessica knows. If you know, type in the chat, but it's fine if you don't. We'll get that to you guys tomorrow. The 3-day refresh, you can be inviting to that. We have one November 9th, which the 3-day refresh is on back order apparently. So we're going to have to literally close those invites like ASAP, as soon as we can. You can be inviting to the open house, which is every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Like, you can be inviting to Peppermint Mocha. If you already have people that you know love Shakeology, if you have coaches that love Shakeology, if you have customers, if you have people that you know just love Peppermint Mocha in general, maybe they want to get Shakeology, right? You can be inviting to your coach info group. Like, you literally don't ever have something to not invite to. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's the main part of this. The main part of the keeping your business in phase 1. I would say that, and we have a large team, and I would literally do anything and everything I could to help every single one of you succeed. So I try to balance my phase 1 with helping my team, because once I hit Success Club, which I'm at Success Club 12, I would rather help my team than get another Success Club point. Don't care. Like, I already hit my benchmark. I'd rather help my team hit Success Club. And you guys have 5 days left in the month to hit Success Club. I know a lot of you are close. A lot of you are pushing. And I want you to know that, like, if you dig in right now and you level up and you send the invites and you have the conversations and you share your heart and share your excitement for your journey and your passion and what you're doing, you're going to hit Success Club. And if you are shy, Success Club, maybe 2 points, you're going to hit a lot farther, right? You're going to have went a lot farther had you not dug in and pushed, right? And the work that you're doing right now is building your business next month and the month after that. Because typically we don't see a 100% turnaround. It's not like I send invites and I'm like, yep, sign 5 coaches from the 20 invites I sent. No, like the invites I'm sending now aren't going to probably develop for maybe a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know, right? There's no way to tell. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that I'm just going to still send invites no matter what. Don't care. I'm still going to be in phase 1, work my business, grow a team, help my leaders, and help them stay in phase 1. And you'll never not build your business if you stay in phase 1. And what I said, oh, Next Level November. I like that name. That's good. Okay, perfect. That's the name of our challenge group. So every single person on this call has everything they need to succeed. Everything's inside of you. Everything's there. I hope that you wrote your goals down. I hope that the momentum you have right now is carrying you through to the end of the month and helping you push to reach the goals that you've set out to do this month. And I hope that that carries on to November, because October has flown by, and I think everyone can relate with that. And November is going to be the same way, right? And holidays are coming up and all the things. Don't care. Don't let that interfere with the fact that you still are going to show up for you, and you're still going to share the same things. And I can promise you that there are people out there that aren't going to let the holidays interfere, that they're going to be like, all right, this looks fun. I'm going to do it. Why not? Right? So don't get that mindset. All right. So this is the last thing we're going to do. You're focusing on going emerald or going emerald again, right? That's our focus. I mean, we have a lot of focuses, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing that we know is going to help you build your business. So, and we know that you can go emerald as fast as you just signing up 2 people, whether that's a family member, a friend, a spouse, doesn't matter. So can you do it by November 1st? Heck yeah, you can if you want to. And you just want to give yourself, and I'm not saying you have to, it's fine if you don't, but set the goal, do the goal. Like if you're wanting to go diamond, you have to set a goal, because if you're just going to say, yeah, I'm going to go diamond. Yep, I'm going to do it. You don't even have anything to push to. You don't even have anything to reverse engineer, because there's no deadline, and there's not a deadline to success. But in order to reach milestones, we have to push ourselves a little, right? So, so I want you guys to believe in yourself that you can go emerald again. Some of you are halfway there. Some of you have signed 1 coach, and you're going to be emerald for the first time. And I'm so freaking proud of you. And I know you're going to get there. Some of you have already hit emerald, but you just either hit emerald again or you're halfway to hitting it again. And I'm so freaking proud of you. And I'm really proud of every single person who's working on that as a goal. And I must say, you're helping your coaches do the same thing that you've done. And you guys, that's duplication. That's how a team works. I'm working to catch you up to where I am. I hope you surpass me. I hope you like freaking blow my business out of the water, right? That's what I want for you. And I know you can do it, and we can do it together, but it's duplicable when we literally, as a new coach, when you sign someone up, you might be thinking, I can't help this person. Like, I barely know what I'm doing, and I signed this person up. But guess what? They just need to know what you've already done. That's all they need. They don't need anything else but what you've already done and conquered and accomplished. And you've accomplished a lot more than you probably are giving yourself credit for. So I want you to make sure you have a goal down for when you're going emerald again, or emerald for the first time. And your coach is going to be working with you. And I want you to make sure you tell your coach, because sometimes I had a discount coach the other day that she got on a call with me, and she said, I guess I thought that this was going to be more hands-on. And I said, so I was kind of taken off guard, because I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, she kind of started talking about different things. And I said, if I don't know what kind of coach you want me to be for you, I can't be that coach for you. Some people like tough love. Some people are like, give me a kick in the ass. Like, I need it, right? But some people aren't that way. I'm like a tough love, like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it times 10. And I want it tomorrow, and I'm ready and whatever. But some people don't operate that way, right? So your coach needs to know, like, if you're like, okay, I want to go emerald, like I'm pushing for this, I'm digging in, they need to know that. Okay. Because sometimes they just don't realize that you're in, right? So they're going to help you. They're going to help you with the things that's going to take. So I want everybody to write down 10 names right now. And we're going to be working through this list. We're not doing it now, but I want you to write down 10 names on a piece of paper, and these need to be new names. These aren't people that you've invited before, because those fall into the follow-up category. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, because follow-ups turn into people saying yes. So I'm not saying that it couldn't be somebody that's a follow-up, but I would like you to focus on new people, because you always have to be looking for new blood. Just because you can say, you know how you've had someone say like, I'm going to sign up on such and such date. I'm going to sign up on payday. Right. And does it always happen? No. And that's okay, because we have no control over that. But my point is we don't want to put you don't want to stop inviting because you know someone's signing up on Thursday, because it's just like you're letting yourself down, because then you're not getting ahead of, you're not staying on top of your invites. Because great if she signs up on Thursday, but it's really great if you get someone else to say yes by Thursday, and you've got 2 signups and 2 people joining your team and 2 people that are like you that want to do this and run with you. And that's freaking amazing and fun. So 10 names down that this is going to help you maybe hit Success Club. This is going to help you go Emerald. And your coach is going to be helping you. For those of you who are newer and need help, and that's fine, because we're here to help, and we all need help at times. We're going to help you get through this list and send the invites. So, and we'll help you determine what you're inviting to. I personally would invite to your November. I already forgot the name of it because my brain. Next level November. Okay. Which you don't have to call it that, but I'm just saying, but you can. So you're inviting to that November group maybe, right? And maybe you're just reaching out to someone, and these can be people, if you're a new coach, warm market's amazing, because you're reaching out to people that you like already know, that you feel comfortable with, right? And then we're going to branch out to what we call the colder market, that are people that you don't really maybe know. Okay. So your coach is going to help you get through this list of 10. And then I want you to write one more thing down, just a positive affirmation that will help you. Positive affirmations are huge. If you want the goal, you have to write it down. If we want to be a top 10 team, like I'm going to get, when my office gets kind of done, I'm going to be putting like positive affirmation stuff up. I'm getting a big dry erase board, and I'm going to write this stuff down, because sometimes I doubt myself. Sometimes I get in my own head, and I got to talk myself off of a ledge, and I got to be like, no, damn it. Like, you're not, you're better than that, or whatever. So I want you to write down, I will be successful as long as I show up and my effort matches my expectations. I will be successful as long as I show up and my effort matches my expectation. All right. Does anybody have any questions? I know that might have been a lot. I just kind of wanted to I always love to lay mindset groundwork stuff, because you can't outwork your mindset. If you're feeling like if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling behind, like today I slept in and I was like, oh, I feel behind. And Lindsay Gray's like, you're never behind. You're right on time. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm like, yes, thank you. We're so hard on ourselves. Okay, Miranda, I love you. We're so hard on ourselves, and it's like, we just need to just show up and have fun and be excited, right, for what we're doing. Does anyone have anything? I'm sorry that took a little longer than I thought. Let's take a picture.
Share something super quick.
Can we take a picture super fast, just so Miranda can be in it, so I can tag her, and then we'll talk? Yes. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting it. Okay, everybody show your faces. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! All right. All right, Jess, go for it.
Okay, so something that we actually talked about it was like at lunch at our leadership retreat. And it was actually something that my mindset coach brought up with me that I wanted to share with you guys because this is huge. And actually, I did an IGTV on it today, and I'm going to upload it tomorrow. So watch my Instagram, and I'll probably post it to Facebook. But something that's helped me exponentially as I approach each day, right? And my goals and my business and my personal life and all the things, right? So often we let our emotions dictate our feelings or whatever happens, right? Like something happens, we let that event dictate our emotions, and then we let our emotions dictate our actions. This can be great when things are going great, right? But let's just be real, not being negative. This is real life, and there are going to be some hard days. There are going to be some bad days. There are going to be some days where we really are learning lessons in life, right? So instead of letting the things that happen dictate your emotions, or letting your feelings dictate your actions, I want you to take a look at every single situation, and I want you to ask yourself, what is the truth about this situation? And I'll give you a perfect example that happened 5 seconds ago when I was checking my back office. I was just in my office because Ashley is signing a coach tonight. So we were talking, and she's signing her spouse. Woo! And anyway, my thing loaded, and I had 2 returns on my account. Like, I had somebody return a bag of Shakeology. I had somebody return a BOD. And these are free, like one of them's a free customer. Like, I can't get her to respond to me, whatever. So I start thinking like, oh, great. That's 2 steps back. And what's my check going to look like? And blah, 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 blah. Okay, stop. What is the truth about that situation? Number 1, did I have any control over whether that customer returned? No. Did I do the best I could to be a support system and to be loving and kind and encouraging to them? Yes. That's the truth about that situation. So I'm going to feel proud and happy because I know that I have encouraged them or reached out to them, or if it's a free customer, I've tried my best to connect with them. That's the truth about that situation, right? So I encourage you to think of that with anything, whether it's your fitness or your business or whatever it is. The truth about the situation, and I believe this for every single person on the call, is that we're all blessed with these amazing gifts and talents, and we can use them for the greater good to serve other people. And in turn, that serves us too, right? And we're all capable. I do truly believe that each and every one of us is capable and strong. And that's the truth about the situation. So instead of like letting things hit you and however you feel, that's what you're going to act on, act on that truth. Because how are you going to feel then? You're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel positive. You're going to feel like this awesome energy to reach out to people. And then you're acting like you're being proactive, right? And you're reaching out with love and like all these good vibes, right? So anyway, I didn't say it the way I wanted to say it, but that's the way the words came out tonight, guys. I recorded my video on it today though, so I'm going to upload it tomorrow. But I wanted to share that because like that stopped me in my tracks tonight when I was kind of spiraling to feel frustrated. And that's a huge step for me because I do often let things derail me for no good reason, right? When I'm doing the very best I can. And a lot of things we don't have control over, guys, but we do have control over the way we react to situations and the energy we put out to other people, and how we respond to them. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share, that because it's been huge for me. And now that my kids are upstairs, I'll mute myself, but that's all I had.
No, I love that. That's awesome. Such a good way to look at it.
I had a quick idea.
Yes.
So since there's so many new people or maybe people like I've never like followed or met Jess. So it'd be kind of cool if we had like our Instagrams or, you know what I mean, like listed so we could go follow each other and like support each other, love each other more like that. Because like Natasha is new.
Yes.
You know, things like that so that we can kind of hype each other up because we're only going to get better if we keep loving on our stuff.
Yes.
So I was
I
thinking
love
of something
it.
really cool to do.
Share it in everybody share their Instagram handle maybe or whatever social media platform in our team thread, because once we're off this call it'll disappear from here. So maybe in the team thread so that we can go back to it and keep it.
Okay.
Perfect. I love it.
Which, by the way, I just shared in our team thread. I just shared stories for Level Up, Next Level November. Level Up. I just shared Level Up on our stories. Next Level November, I shared the Instagram stories in Fearlessly Free team thread so that you guys can save them and use them to promote this week.
And some of you newer coaches who maybe aren't in the thread will get you added to the thread, okay? I try not to bombard new coaches with like, I'm adding you to this page and this page and then this page and now I'm, and you're like, whoa. So that's why it's like there's a little delay there, but I'll add you in there and we just like ask questions. It's super fun. We love it. Or I love it. I know it gets like, it blows up every once in a while, but I love that thread. So yes, I love what you said, Rachel. And it's cool because like I've met already girls through like Rachel and Shannon's like people. And then like, but you're right. Cause like, anyways, like Jessica's coaches that she's signing up, you guys might not necessarily know. So it's awesome. And people just feel the community